Thanks a lot for speaking to us. No, it's your first interview since leaving Chiefs 2 months ago. My first question would always be, how are you? In general, how are you? How are things on your side? How's the last 2 months been for you?
Yeah, obviously, it's been, I don't know how long since I played a game on the field. That's the most important thing for me now, is just to, try to stay mentally happy and stable. Try to keep myself in a good place where I'm focused on what I still want to achieve in life, be it off the field, be it with my family, be it me as a person. So yeah, I'm just taking it easy, spending a lot more time with my family, and just keeping fit. I picked up a new hobby. I play paddle now. So yeah, I'm just doing things that try to keep my mind off me not being able to play.
And where are you physically? Because there's a lot of fear. I mean, before you had come off a season where you played your least amount of games that you've ever played in a season. There's one injury after the other. So where are you physically?
Yeah, look, obviously it's been, I think, a few months now since I fractured my toe, so that's healed. Everyone knows that it's not a secret that I did a medical with SuperSport, and that came out clean. So that was a good sign for me. It was a good sign for my team as well, my agency. For them to be able to talk to other teams and show that I'm medically clean and I'm healthy. But in terms of match fitness, obviously it's been a while, like I said earlier, that I haven't been playing. So obviously it's just for me now to try and find a team where I can start playing football again and start getting that match fitness and hopefully stay injury free.
How's the club search been going? You mentioned that you had a medical with SuperSport. That looked like it was done and dusted. Obviously in football, these things happen. How far are you in terms of your club search?
Yeah, look, with the SuperSport deal, I did the medical, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the club, the coach, on who they want, who they're comfortable with working with. And yeah, it passed. I had no hard feelings from my side, from my family side. We it's part of football. Yeah, there's a lot of talks, with certain teams that obviously it's just been talking and figuring out where we can make both parties happy. So for now it's just trying to find the suitable place, because at the end of the day it's not only about me now. I've two beautiful daughters that are growing up that needs to start school soon. So I have to think of all those factors, where they'll also be comfortable. I can't just choose where I'll be enjoying life and football. So there's a lot of factors coming in terms of looking for a team, not only for me but for my family, and where I can start enjoying football again and playing regularly. So yeah, we're not too much in a hurry to get that team. So we're taking our time, finding the right place and just preparing for the future.
I want to touch on your stint at Chiefs. Obviously it was 3.5 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. You came there in 2021.
Yeah.
How would you sum up your stay at Chiefs? Because there were ups, there were downs, there were some really good moments, there were some really frustrating moments. How would you sum up your time at Chiefs?
Yeah, I think in general, my first season when I got to Kaizer Chiefs, I probably was the top goal scorer.
This was the time when you were unfit.
When people said
you were unfit, you were out of shape.
Unfit.
Yeah, you were fat.
And I think, that season went pretty well for me personally. I enjoyed football again, coming from France, as well as a place where I didn't play as much with injuries, and just coming back to a place like Kaizer Chiefs and enjoying my football again was good, and I thought, okay, it's the start of something new. And obviously I thought, going forward, I'm going to score more goals, I'm going to help the club more, I'm going to play more. But then, unfortunately, I picked up injuries, and for me, I don't think it was injuries like muscle strains or I pulled groins. It was knocks. My MCL, I was out for months, fractured my toe, I was out. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't help the club in terms of the investment they put in me.
Mm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I couldn't control the injuries I got.
Yeah.
It was on the field. It wasn't like I was at home doing something and I got hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, and at the end of the day, the club decided to go their way, and it's part of football. We sat down with the management and they explained to me their vision, and we understood. We shook hands, and yeah, life goes on.
Are you at liberty to say what was said what was the reasons given for them? Because they did have an option.
Yeah.
I think they had an
No.
option.
It was to renew or not.
To renew or not.
Yeah.
Did they give you, are you at liberty to divulge the reasons they gave?
I don't like talking on previous clubs and what happened, so I like to keep a professional relationship with the club, because they did nothing wrong to me. They just went their way, and understood. It's at the end of the day, it's a business as well.
Yeah.
So they took a decision for their side of the footballing business, and yeah, like I said, we shook hands, and at the end of the day, I just wish they do all the season. They have a new technical team, new players, so yeah, hopefully they can turn things around, and they do well.
You mentioned that they had made an investment, a significant investment, and I think to a certain extent a lot of things were blown out of proportion. Your salary was left, right and center. Nobody knew the correct figure, but everyone had just... And did that play a factor sometimes in your mind where you think to yourself, if only they knew, if only it's not that way? Because I can imagine that somewhere, somehow in the mind of your teammates, they also look at you like, you earning all of us money that you are reported to do something for us.
Yeah, probably with all the allegations of how much I earned at Kaizer Chiefs, and what I was on, and me not playing as much. Obviously the supporters felt like, look, the club is paying you so much and you're not playing. So yeah, but I tried so much not to look at social media and let those things affect me. I tried to control everything I can, and I knew that wasn't the right figure, so I couldn't control what other people thought of me and how I was handling myself on the field or not. I always felt like when I did go on the field for Kaizer Chiefs, I gave my best, But yeah, at the end of the day, with the media and blowing things out of proportion is crazy. It's something I still sometimes just think and laugh at.
Yours and Chiefs is a love story that perhaps didn't end the way we would have thought, because you grew up a Chiefs supporter. You were very vocal about that. A lot of your success you achieved was with their rivals, Mamelodi Sundowns. But then somewhere, somehow, the stars align where you get that fairy tale return. You get the jersey number you've always wanted. Everything was perfect for your time at Chiefs. For the 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid that was dreaming of playing for Chiefs, was the move, was the club what you imagined it would be? Sometimes you see something from the outside, and once you get inside, it could be a lot different. How was it for you?
No, proper professional club. The facilities is out of this world. I always said that they compete with some of the teams in Europe, what I've seen. And yeah, for the 11-year-old kid, like I said, the first 6, 7, 8 months at Kaizer Chiefs, I thought, okay, this could be something good. I could be, writing myself in the club that I always supported, history books. But yeah, unfortunately, I think on both ends, things didn't work out from my side and the club side. Certain decisions that they made, obviously, that we won't go too deep into. But yeah, I think it's part of the journey for each player and a club. I think every club goes through a patch where they're not doing well, and sometimes certain individuals need to take the blame and always put pressure on. And unfortunately, I was one of them, but I had to take it. I was the captain, I was the highest paid player, so I had to take it, and that alone comes with pressure. You always, probably sometimes when I went onto the field, I tried too hard, and I wanted to do everyone's role to show that I'm the captain, I'm here, I'm the highest paid player, let me help out. You get what I'm saying? And that made me forget my game as a player, as Keagan Dolly. And I still say the first 6 months when I got there wasn't any pressure on me because there were other top players. Your Kama Billiard, your Castro, Nurkovic.
And you had come from not really playing in France
exactly.
as
So
much.
I was free. You get what I'm saying? And then from there on, it was just like I needed to be the savior and just do everything. And I felt it as well when I went onto the field. I felt like doing everything I could. And at the end of the day, it wasn't enough.
You know, I look at your Montpellier spell and I look at your Chiefs spell and I see a lot of similarities in that you leave without winning a trophy. In your time at the club, similar periods, you had 5 coaches though at Montpellier, I think 5 or 6, and then the Chiefs you had 4 different coaches in your few seasons there. Does that have like affect you? Because you come in under Stewart, your first 6 months that you speak about where you were flying, it was under Stewart Baxter and you were doing so well. Then the changes happened where shortly under Arthur, under Coach Molefe, under Kevin Johnson. It's a lot because you're constantly changing, your role was changing as well. Does that play a factor?
I think in some way, but I mean, as a professional football player, that's what you sign up for. You know, especially in football, you're not guaranteed that you're going to stay there. You get what I'm saying? So, in a way, it did play a factor. Maybe in Montpellier. I think at Chiefs a bit as well, because then you get a different role in the club. Then you get a different position sometimes. But it's not excuses. I don't like regretting what I did in the past and my experiences with the different clubs. I always say that each player has his own journey to go through, and I guess this was my journey to go to Montpellier and experience the injuries and the hardships that I did and not playing. But who gets to say that they did achieve their goal to play in Europe? You know, I always say that I look back and say I wanted to play for the national team. I did from under 20 level. I went to captain the country at under 23 Olympics. I played for Bafana, my dream. Said I wanted to play in the PSL, achieved that. I won the PSL trophy, I won trophies, I won the Champions League, I went to the FIFA World Cup. I went to go play for Montpellier in League One. Another dream that I wanted to achieve when I was younger. So I can't be sulking and saying things didn't go my way. What type of example do I set for the other youngsters? Because they also still need to go through their own journey. You get what I'm saying? So I always believe like we all go through our own journey, and sometimes you just find the right people that understands the way you play, and you know you have a good spell. But then sometimes it's just like hardships, and you just have to persevere and carry on playing.
Looking at it, the first few years of your career, I think you won everything. You are one of the few players who tick boxes in terms of winning literally every trophy, if I'm not mistaken, in South Africa.
Just not the Nedbank Cup.
Not the Nedbank Cup. That is the one that Sundowns for in general had struggled with. Would you rather have won everything in the beginning like you did and then not win anything for 7 years, 8 years like you have now? Or would you rather have started with nothing and then in the last 7 years have won everything?
No, I wouldn't change my path and the way my career went. Because like I said, when I was younger and you know free, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle all the criticism the way I am now, that I'm older and I experience stuff. You get what I'm saying? And I'm a father now, I'm a husband. So I think with all the games I played at Sundowns and with the national teams, traveling week in, week out, it was going to put stress on me and my kids and missing out on the finer moments. So I'd happy to stay with that period where when I was 22, 23, 24, 25, winning all of that and, you know, experiencing life just me and my girlfriend at the time, and then trying to focus everything now on winning and forget of time with my family and my kids. So yeah, I'd keep it the way it is.
On a lighter note, how do you get kicked out of the Chiefs WhatsApp group? How do you leave the group? What happens? Who says Keagan leave?
No. No one kicked me out actually. As soon as I left the offices, I took myself out. At Chiefs it was more because of the relationships I created amongst the players.
Yeah.
You know, we really had a good bunch of players where there was no animosity between this one and this one. We all were very close. And for me to still stay in there and receive all the goodbye messages, it was going to hurt me, you know.
Yeah.
So I rather took myself out, called each one individually, said, guys, I'm leaving, we'll catch up.
You know, you speak about there was harmony in the team. There was a time when there was talks about division, racial division, even, which is never a nice topic. It's never a nice thing, but it was there and it lingered for a while. And did you put that to rest? Is that something that
it never happened?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I say with the media, a lot of the things, someone can just make up a story and tweet it and get I don't know how many thousands of retweets, and now it's trending. Now it's like it's true. You get what I'm saying?
Because supporters looked at you and say, this guy is the glue. You're speaking Sesotho to this one, isiZulu,
so
Setswana.
how could I be the gang leader of Amafaratos? Imagine. Khaladoris. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the time, especially playing for a club like Kaizer Chiefs, it's like constant pressure. Like there's talks here of this happening, there's talks here of this happening. And as players, you always have to deal with that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, especially in PSL, the clubs don't protect the players from malicious things that's being said about certain players.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So there's not really protection for the players. So players just go home and they get abused on social media. They get abused wherever they go. Even when you're with your families, you know you get abused. But then again, they tell you suck it up. You get paid your money. You only train for 2 hours, so suck it up, be a man. Which I understand. But at the end of the day, people mustn't forget we human. You understand? And sometimes you don't only affect the player, but the people around you. You know, your family start thinking, but is this guy really like that? Is this guy really earning this amount but he can't help? You understand? So it comes with a lot, and that's the reason why sometimes I just ignore it, because I know it's not true. Because the more you ponder and like put your energy into that, it will break you at the.
Is that why you still don't have social media for now? I know you have
Yeah.
Twitter, but you don't
Twitter,
have.
I only go on to laugh.
Yeah, you
but
don't have
that's
any.
why I stay off social media, because I feel like we don't portray the right image to the youngsters. There's no one that posts about the hard times.
Yeah.
It's always when I dress nice, when I have that outfit on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I think I got tired of that, of just showing people what I want them to see. So I just was like, nah, let me stay off and just focus my energy on my kids.
You know, the sad thing about how things turned out for you at Chiefs is that ultimately it cost you your place in Bafana Bafana. Obviously, you'd been injured, and then by the time you get the consistency, the squad has already been chosen. Is that perhaps one of the stuff that you look back and you say that, because you did have a very fruitful Bafana career and you performed whenever you were called up to the national team, but I'm sure a lot of people would have wanted more. So we didn't see as much as we wanted from Keagan in the national team.
Yeah. With Bafana, I also feel like I think I haven't played a major tournament with Bafana, because I remember the one AFCON under Coach Stewart. I was supposed to travel as well, and I got injured in France. I
2019.
hurt my groin, and that didn't work out. So I also feel like with Bafana, the injuries and not playing as much affected that. I'm not going to blame Kaizer Chiefs because, I mean, there are players that from Chiefs made it to the national team. So, yeah, with me, with Bafana, I also feel like, um, you know, as a player, you always want to represent your country, and it's an honor, it's a privilege to be there. But when new coaches come in and they have a different direction and they want to start something new, there's nothing you can do as a player, you know. You just have to continue working hard and hopefully people see you.
You know, in closing, I want to ask you, what's next for Keagan Dolly? What would you like to achieve? You're 31 now. In January, you'll be 32. You've had arguably one of the best careers in terms of trophies from a local perspective. You've played for two of the biggest clubs in South Africa, played for Europe, played for your national team. What does the next few years look like for Keagan Dolly? Ideally, on the field as well as off it.
Ideally, at this point,
Yeah.
I just want a club where I don't want any positions and how do they say, like titles.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
No, you want titles, but trophies.
yeah, trophy
you don't want,
titles.
Yeah, you don't.
Titles in that, but I don't want titles as an individual where they tell you you're responsible for this. I just want to enjoy football, stay injury free, stay mentally strong, healthy, and spend time with my kids. Prepare for life after football. Look into a few investments, and then just see how long the body can handle it. Stay fit as much as possible. See how long I can still play. I still feel like I can play a few more years. I still want to play a few more years. I still feel like I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family, especially for the past 2 seasons that I didn't play as much. And especially after this year I've had, it's been crazy to think that my last game was probably in May or something, and it's August now. And sometimes it keeps me up at night, but like I said, I have my family, I have people around me that keeps me going and keeps me strong. So for me, it's just to stay mentally strong, fit, and try to find a club where I can enjoy, my family can enjoy, my kids feel comfortable, and we prepare for life after football.